This book, which is written by Brigitte Bardot's ex, the Playboy, Gunter Sachs, has swept Europe and is now about to hit the bookshops over here. It's called The Astrology File, and it says that we should consult the stars before we make any major life-changing decisions. It coincides with the release of a survey produced by Dr. Vince Mitchell here and his team at UMIS. Now, he was sceptical until he started a bit of stargazing of his own. So what did you find, Vince?
Well, to our amazement, we looked at 30,000 respondents. We analysed their smoking, drinking, leisure habits. And A, we found that there were significant differences between star signs. Secondly, that a lot of these differences we could actually predict by knowing the personalities of the star signs that people show.
So basically, taste is linked to your star sign?
That's what we found.
Go on, give us a couple of examples.
OK, so like Virgoans, yeah, they engage in leisure pursuits less. They garden less, they watch less TV, they listen to radio less because they're very active. They're always out, they're very industrious, they're out doing things and they're not at home watching television.
Well, I hope we've got some of them watching tonight. Now, you know, though, really what star signs, what people would like for Christmas as well. I think that's really bizarre.
Yes, well, for example, the most difficult people to buy for are Scorpios, because they really know their own mind. Yeah, so if you buy the wrong present, then you're really going to know about it.
You're going to be in trouble.
You're going to be in trouble. So they're quite career-orientated, probably a file of facts, something like that, but make sure you get the receipt for it.
Oh, lucky old Scorpios, hey? Well, joining us up front tonight, we have Daily Star astrologer Terry King and skeptic Dr. Jacqueline Mitten. Jacqueline, what do you think of that?
Well, I think it's really sad, you know, if these books are going to sweep the Europe by storm, you know, it's really unfortunate that people are taken in and so conned by this. You know, why is it? What is it that people are after? Are they looking for... They want to be able to predict the future. They want to be able to pass over responsibility for their lives to somebody else.
Fun. I mean, you know, we've decided to put some of these theories to the test. So we sent Anthony out and about to see if shopping could really be linked to the stars.
What do you buy people for Christmas? As the nights get longer, so the crisis moments, the panic attacks increase. But astrologers say they can now help us. If you know someone's star sign, you know what kind of present to buy for people. Is it true? I'm going to brave the rain, Lucy, and try and find out for you. What do you want for Christmas?
Sports equipment.
Are you a Virgo?
No. Une jolie fille. Pretty woman.
What sign are you? What star sign?
Bull.
A nice big hamper or something.
Nice big hamper. That's what Taurians like, so you're,
That's me.
That's you, thank you. Oh, yeah, you like a Christmas luxury?
Yes.
Yes, a pretty woman?
Yes.
A couple of new shirts.
A couple of new shirts?
A couple of new shirts.
OK, are you a Libra?
No.
Are you a Leo?
No.
Taurus?
No.
Are you...
Keep going, only 10 to go.
Oh, I know. Excuse me, can I just ask, I'm going to ask you, what sign are you?
Virgo.
I've given up, what are you?
An Aryan.
You're Aries, which means you want a liquidizer. It says here, you're a bit puritanical, nothing indulgent. Do you like labour-saving devices?
Yes, that's why I got married.
Oh, well.
You want jewellery?
Yep.
You just disproved the whole thing. Inconclusive, but entertaining, which is, after all, what astrology seems to be about. Me personally, handkerchiefs. Anything, really. And being so easy to please means that I'm probably, well, that's for you to decide, Lucy.
So he's easygoing, he wants handkerchiefs for Christmas. What star sign?
Pisces.
Terry King, what do you think?
No, Pisces is like a good bottle of booze, quite frankly.
I thought it was Gemini who liked the booze.
Gemini, that's me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Isn't that what you
kept that
found?
our own secret.
Oh, isn't it wonderful hearing all these astrologers disagreeing with each other? I think this actually makes the point.
Oh, well, yes, we're talking very generally.
So what do you think, though, Terry? He's not a Gemini. What do you think he is?
I said possibly a Pisces.
Yes, he is actually a Pisces. I didn't hear you say possibly a Pisces. I'm sorry about that. Well done. So she did get it right.
Maybe, but then there are only 12 to choose from, you know.
Well, that's a pretty lucky guess.
How many times have you wished him happy birthday on the air?
I don't think I've ever wished him a happy birthday on the air or not, actually. Isn't that a really awful thing to say? Yes, my skeptics here.
Can I make an important point about this? I mean, the problem now is that the knowledge of star signs is so wide in society that when you do a survey, I mean, there's always the danger that people conform to what they know their sign is going to be. And that's going to come up, even if the statistics of the survey are valid, that's going to come up in it. Second point, a second very important point. There are other factors that differ throughout the year. As an example, kids who are born in September tend to be the oldest in the class because they missed the starting date. And so they're more mature all the way through school. They're treated more as...
This is a great point. This is a really good point.
Can I just give one more?
Go on then, be quick.
Somebody who's pregnant during the summer, the baby that woman is carrying is likely to be subjected to sunlight more often than a baby that's carried through winter. That may or may not have an effect on the development of the fetus that might also show up.
Fine. Okay,
So it
you might
doesn't
have
mean
guessed that
astrology-
this man is from Skeptic magazine. Terry, now these are good points, aren't they?
They are good points, but the danger is you've got to remember there are two types of astrology. There's a newspaper astrology. Everybody's born under one of 12. It doesn't work like that. You have
But
to
you
get...
are a newspaper
I know, but I also do the very serious stuff as well, and I'm always making
So
it
it's not
quite
very
clear.
serious stuff in the
It's
paper.
I always make it, yes, it is. If I do a chart, say for Prince Charles or whatever, that is done from his birth chart. It's not done with the fact that he's simply a Scorpio. You've got to show the public the light-hearted side of things. Have a bit of fun with it, by all means. Take the mickey out of it if you want to, but go into it first before you decide to be a skeptic.
Complicated rubbish and the simple rubbish. This is the
Okay.
complicated
The
rubbish.
problem is that in this book, you're not talking about taking it for entertainment. You're talking. You started this off by saying that this is something you
Big
should
life
consult
decisions.
before you make
yeah,
life
I mean, come on,
decisions.
should Scorpio woman really marry Pisces man? I mean, I think that's extraordinary stuff
I would
to be
never
giving
say
advice
to
about.
anybody, just because they were supposedly compatible by their sun signs, you should get married. No, I would say give me your birth time, give me go away, and then I would say, well, yes, you know, you must do what you want to, but he's going to be this, she's going to be that, and you've got to be accepting of one another. It's the same as in any relationship.
Now, Brian, I know you think that you can actually tell whether people are suitable for jobs by their star signs, don't you?
Quite, yeah.
So who wouldn't you take on? What star sign would you think was a bit dodgy? I think this is dreadful.
Like Terry King was just saying, you would not use merely a sun sign to make a deduction like that. Nor, as a business astrologer, would you insist that only the astrological details were important. People in business
What, so you
want
do
to...
birth charts?
Well, you could look at a birth chart and compare it with the chart of the business, because every organisation, every building has a birth date.
Oh, come on.
Fred, you can't believe this, can you?
I won't give any publicity, so I'll put it down there. Did some checking around Europe today. None of my friends have ever heard of it, so it's not
Well, no.
selling that well in
Well,
Europe.
it's- no,
so
well-
we've had the hype.
Well,
Right.
that'll help
Well,
it.
this
Now,
is in
all
German,
I
and
don't
it is
mind-
selling very well,
Right.
actually. You can't get it here yet, so we're not doing it for publicity.
I don't mind newspaper stuff, 'cause everyone looks at it, but when people actually claim they can predict somebody's lives, it's dangerous. They're making money. And also, if they were that accurate, they'd be saying things like, well, next year, sadly, you're going to catch an illness. You can't do it, and they claim they can. And what annoys me about a lot of these people, and I've seen a certain well-known astrologer did a chart for me, not going to name him, and it was completely wrong. It's all positive
What
criticism.
star sign are you?
What do you think?
All right, Terry, what star sign is he? Stubborn. I would have thought he was a Taurus or something, 'cause he's so stubborn and he won't believe anything he's told, but he's
I
not.
would think it was an earth sign.
Are you an earth sign?
I don't know what your sign is.
Well, there's Capricorn, Virgo, what's the one, Taurus.
None of those, Sagittarius.
You see, but as I was saying earlier on, you see, you have to, if you want to take seriously astrology seriously, you have to take the time,
How
place,
can
whatever
the
about
planets have any effect on us?
Double-decker bus passing the hospital at the moment
more
of birth has
gravitation.
bigger influence than Jupiter, Mars, or any of the planets.
Right, yes, so basically, hang on. So Terry, basically what happens on the Earth has more influence on us than what happens in the sky. I think that's the point.
Well, no, I mean, we all know that we are affected. I mean, a lot of people are affected by the full moon, for example. Ask any doctor. No, hang on.
How?
Ask any doctor. Hold on a minute.
How
I've
are we
researched
affected
this.
by a full
Ask
moon?
any doctor. Ask any nurse. Or
Is there a doctor or a
policeman.
nurse in the house?
Doctor,
Is there a doctor or a nurse? Are you a doctor or a nurse? Is there a doctor or a nurse? Oh no, what a shame. Well, if there are any, we might find out for next week.
Now, during a full moon, all
what?
these people are demented. I mean, the police stations are full up with drunks and God knows what else. And also
that
in
happens all the
hospital.
time.
It does, of course it does. But it's accentuated during a full moon. I'm not talking werewolves
think
here
about
or
that,
anything.
Jacqueline?
Well, I think that the more elaborate you try and make make your astrology, the more nonsensical it is. I mean, one can just about perhaps say that maybe the time of year at which somebody is born might have a little bit of influence on them. So something very, very general. You know, it's just the Earth going around the sun is acting like a calendar for us. But the more you get into the detail about precisely, in a way, this planet is arranged next to that planet, I mean, the more you can see that it can't possibly be based on anything realistic. No astrologer I've ever asked has been able to explain how it's supposed to work.
Okay, astrologers, how does it work?
We don't know how it works, we just know that it does. Based on 5,000 years of research and human observation of repeating planetary cycles.
In which,
and I have
in which the science hasn't changed.
Steve, you've certainly had enough.
Excuse me. I have a problem with people like these who have not studied the subject properly. Lucy, with people pushing us towards this generalisation about sun
we see it in the papers all the time.
I know, yeah, but you see, I'm sorry, but you add to this by, putting together programmes like this, which are very sun sign orientated, and in which the angle is very much about things. I mean, for example, Fred, you're quite right. No ethical, good astrologer would make the kind of prediction that you are talking about.
A lot of them do what I call positive criticism. They say to you things like, one of your faults is you spend too much time thinking about other people. And of course you sit there thinking, well, that's not really a fault. I honestly think, and a lot of money's at stake.
Excuse me, could I...
No, hang on, because I think this is really interesting, though, this idea that actually you can read into these things virtually anything you want to, can't you?
No, well, not if you're talking about proper astrology based on a proper birth chart and done by a proper
Which is
astrologer.
probably quite expensive. Done by you for how much money?
£40.
£40. It's not cheap, is it? Anyway, listen, let me bring in my vicar again, because I'm curious to know whether or not you can be a Christian and believe in your horoscope at the same time. Can you do that?
I think it's very difficult because you're going to the wrong source for guidance. You're going to what has been created rather than to the creator. I think God must cry an awful lot. He's created the stars, he's created you and I. He wants us to come to him, and we go to lumps of matter whizzing through space to determine who we're going to go out with, who we're going to marry, what sort of job we're going to do.
I have brought the Holy Bible with me tonight. And in Genesis chapter 1, it says, "And God said, let there be lights in the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be signs."
Who wrote the Bible?
Yes, but you just said that, didn't you?
If I could say, they're
He
signs.
didn't say anything about horoscopes.
They're signs to His Majesty, to His creation.
Can you let me
see.
continue for one moment?
You'll have to be quick, 'cause we're nearly out of time, Maria, I'm
Tell
sorry.
me about the three wise men. What did they follow? They followed a star. The three wise men are called the Magi over here. The Magi is Persian for astrologer.
All right, well, look, I'm sorry, but all you astrologers will know that we're very close to the end of this debate now. And in fact, although I've really rushed us through that, I'm really sorry, I just haven't
We
got
predict
the time
that
now.
time is up. I'm terribly sorry. Thank you all very, very much.
I'm a Scorpio, by the way, and this is ideal Pisces man.
From
That's
this
how
easygoing
ridiculous.
Piscean and this assertive Scorpio who forgets my birthday every year. Thank you all very, very much. We'll see you next
join us
week
again next
at
week.
the normal time of 10:40.
10:40. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you very much.